it's time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years, so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We installed doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
Coach, the Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, 180. You run. Double time. You got three down.
I get it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Great.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And shutting him off, now open field. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together and makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots.
And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Come on, boys, let's go. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Crowell. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
That's caught by Howard. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Hey, Charlie. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Yeah, watch this. Smooth. On.
4th down. Dalton wants to throw. He's got Evans. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
First carry for Peyton Barber. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. . 'Cause 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 ' This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases-clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just miss.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, box truck. Come on. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Dalton here from the gun. This is Crowell on the catch. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run here with Freeman. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. 5. Hey, exit. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 65, 65, 65. Regular.
Here's Dalton. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
1st and 10 for Dalton. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Hey, orbit. Mike 5-4. We own it. We own it. Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Kill. Hey, watch out. Go. We're good. Not today, you are. Not today. Check 99.
On 2nd down, Barber. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
That's it, baby.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gay's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a one-point lead here in the second. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they get it.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Move. Check 59. Hey, Delta. 59. Mike to 59.
Throwing again. Dalton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
44. Here you go. Hey, Echo. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
On 3rd down, Dalton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. Andy Dalton. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Andy Dalton now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Bravo.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Gay knocks this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Stay in situation. Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Hey, wahoo. Too low. Cut. Hey, one set. Can. Mike, 54.
Out of the gun, it's Stone. Allen's got it complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Big stop, let's go. Kill. Motion.
Now it's Crowell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Hands up, VAT! Been a long day for you. They go 368! 5! 54!
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they just...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, an 80-yard touchdown. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Right there, 54.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, Alpha.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Operating from the gun. Dalton airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Let him know.
On third down, Dalton going deep here for Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in. As if they weren't ready to go on the last one, give all the credit to the offensive guy.
That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. And even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Again, McCaffrey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey taking it in. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you said 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect.
It got his man complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
You're not ready.
Go.
Mike spot 4.
From the gun, Dalton. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The Bucs take
We
over
got this.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Mike 5-4. I got you. I got you. Mike 54.
368.
Operating from the gun, Dalton, and he slings one that's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dalton. Looking for Allen, he's got him on the slant. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Another chance for Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Pull it together. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Regular.
They'll run with Crowell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go.
Hey, box top.
54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
You must be 2-2. Move.
Check. Mike 54. Mike 54.
To throw on 3rd down, Dalton. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch it.
There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Hey, exit.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sand. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
Crunch time, defense.
Gun.
I'm here all day. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
On 1st down, Newton. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long.
Hey, check my press. Hey, come on, no. 45's the mic.
Newton now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Here we go on fourth. Newton dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Open man is born. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for third and goal. They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll run with McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up the fourth down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a deep.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
45's the mic. Hey, watch delay.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And for the third time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. Well, it's rare to see one safety. It's even rare to see 3 safeties in a game, Charles.
Well, we'll be able to talk about this with our grandkids, great-grandkids, and anyone else that may come around the house when we get a little bit older on that rocking chair. We were there when we saw 3 safeties in one game.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, Is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB.
Here you go, 10.
54, right?
Hey, let's go.
Come on, the ball. Come on.
Throwing again. Dalton. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here you go, 368. Bravo.
From the gun, Dalton. He completes it to Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Watch this.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Watch this.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Stop your running.
Hey, wahoo.
5-4. Mike's 5-4. Ed's got it.
Passing. It's Dalton. It's caught by Bryant. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Mike's 54.
2 by 2. Move.
Who's talking about?
5.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 3 buzz. Hey, one set.
93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go. Stop.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sand. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
45. Mike, 45.
Newton's going to throw it. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
That's what I do. Double time. 4 down.
20.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Drop deep. Hey, one set. Check,
Dalton, 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Carolina, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.